I am ready to get started here today. Sitting here waiting for you guys. About time you showed up. All right, here we go. Let's get started. How's everybody doing today? We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We're going to go through and we're going to look at bubbles first, just for fun. We want to do a little day trading and see if there's not any markets that are popping and hopping really hard today that we can look at. And then we're going to jump in and I want to go over and look at our portfolio and show you some of the dividends that we've received and do a little analysis on some of the stocks that we've been watching very closely and trying to get into and get out of. But the first thing I want to do is just kind of point out that the S&P is just unbelievable. Holy cow, what a market. It has slowed down a little bit on the climb up there, but it's still hanging on. It's still hanging on. How about that? So we've come in here, we got nice big drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, going into a drive 4. And those are not uncommon, right? Let's come back and look and see what happens when markets go into drive 4s on the S&P. Now, I take that back. They are uncommon. Not as uncommon on the S&P as they are on other markets. S&P will make 4 drives, and that's not totally unheard of. There's one right there, drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, drive 4. Then it kind of goes sideways, and this is pretty common to get this up in here. And if you remember, if we come in here and look at our Wyckoff model, this is really common at the top of one of these types of drives. All right, so you get your drive up, drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, and then again in this case we got 4 drives. But once you get up there, this is the distribution stage. All right, this is the consolidation. You come up in here, we call this, see number 14 right there, distribution. So we do go sideways for a while, and we do that to try and get everybody to buy into their positions. All right, we'll try to get everybody to buy many more positions as they can, and then that's when we flush the market. So don't anticipate that the market's just going to turn and flush every single time right here, right on this one, and just go boop, 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 just, like we like to see. Sometimes it's a little bit delayed, and that happens. And that happens because, well, the Wyckoff model points it out, says it happens right here. And even sometimes we get this, what we call the Wyckoff spring, all right, at the top and the bottom, where they punch this market really hard to try and get you to get all it, dump all your shares to them down here at the bottom, and then to buy in right up here at the top so they can flush it, take them from you. That's how they do it. And so you can see that there's times where this market came in and you looked like it was going to take off and go to the moon, only to have it turn and flush back down. So we're just not saying that it's going to happen again, but it happens often enough that we need to be aware that's the kind of thing that happens. All right. So we're coming up in here, and it's not uncommon to see this market just start to do some of this little dance here. And then this is where we kind of get that little flush out. And who knows? September is statistically speaking a very bad month. All right. So we don't generally get a big rally in September. I showed you that chart before. I'll pull it up one more time for you. I've got it sitting right here on my desktop, and I'll show you what it's like to see September market. So that's what we generally see in September. September is historically a weak month, as you can see. So this is the stock market from 1993 through to 2024. And that's what it generally looks like. So you see the October and November, generally really big months, following this pretty dead September or October. What's the month before September? August and September. And so that's kind of what we're sitting through right now, right? August is kind of flat, and that's what we're seeing. See that little red bar in there? That's our August month. And then this is September. So that's what we're kind of waiting for on a seasonal basis and on a technical basis. Now, if the fundamentals kind of come along with it, which, the fundamentals, that's what the fundamentals are on the seasonal side of it. That is the fundamental nature of the market. So I'm expecting this market to flush out here in September. And the reason is there's a lot of moving parts, but one of the reasons that September is a bad month is because it's the month that a lot of people do tax loss harvesting in. All right. So just be mindful of that, and that the tax loss harvesting is going on in the month of September, which means people are going to sell out their losses so that they can have those losses go against their profits, against their final year in taxes. And then you come into October and the market wants to run. Everybody's like, well, I'm tired of sitting on the sidelines because of that, wash rule, which means you have to, once you do sell off your position, you have to stay out of the market for 30 days. So the end of the wash sale, they want to get back in. And that's why October, November are usually really good months. Okay. So that's what we're going to look for. And so far, everything's following just like a train on rails. So, you could even come in here and say, well, then with hindsight, I'm going to combine this one because just a small little run. I think this is actually A right here. Actually, this is B1. I'm going to call this B2. Shouldn't have broke the lights, but it did. So it is what it is. And then this is B3. And then you can say that this is now going into a C1 here. And that's what it actually looks a little bit cleaner if you want to kind of clean up your, come on, mouse, move. I got me a new mouse because I can't get my mouses to work. I wonder if I've had like 10 mouses and none of them work. It must be me. Maybe it's me. What the heck is wrong? What's going on here, mousy? Okay, we called that B1. This is a B2 here. So that's B2. And then this is B1 right there. But, that broke. It just broke really early. I wish it wouldn't have broke right there. It's just that this one was so strong that it didn't take much to break this one. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm going to join them right now. So this is our B drive right here. So this is drive 1. This is drive 2. And then this is drive 3. All right. And so I think we're going to get our little ABC pullback in here. And many of the markets have already kind of popped and dropped. And we talked about, one of our favorites here, PLTR, and it's already started the downswing. So that one we got out of. We were smart enough to get out of up here. I don't know if we're smart enough or not. It might turn around and take off and go to the moon. But usually what we expect is to come down here, get a little ABC pattern and come down here. Probably going out into September. We might see Palantir make a little rally, break the blue lights. That's what we generally see. That gives us next one, SA1, and then drop one more time out into here. All right, so I still haven't picked up any Palantir yet. I've moved some of the money I took out of Palantir and put it into some other things. And we'll talk about that towards the end of class when we go review the spreadsheet. But that's just a little bit of what we're looking at right now. So first thing we want to do now is we want to go over and we'll come back. We'll circle back around and we'll go down through some of these markets. But for now, we're going to go over and we're going to start playing with Bubbles. All right. We like Bubbles. She's cutie. She's a cutie. All right. We're going to come over here. This is a program called FinViz, and this is where you get your free Bubbles scanner. All right. It's free. You can pay for FinViz. I got no association with them whatsoever. I don't care whether you buy them or not. Just a tool that I use. And I like Bubbles, and it's free. You have to pay for, you have to have pop-up ads pop up all over your face, which is a little annoying. All right. But that's the way it works. If you want something free, you got to pay for it somehow. And you pay for it by having advertisements pop up all over your face. So if you don't want those ads, you can pay them a couple bucks and then they take those ads away. But this is how you get to Bubbles. You come over here and you just go right there on the home page. See, I'm right here on the home page. And you see this right here. This is, what do you call it? A heat map, right? So you click on the heat map, it brings the heat map full screen, and then there's another version of it, which is, in my opinion, is way better. All right. So you click on the one right here, up here in the top left-hand corner, it's called Bubbles. You click on Bubbles, and then it brings you over here, and then you come down here, and I like volume. You can leave it on market cap if you want, but I like volume. And so that's the only thing I change in the settings is volume. And then I choose which market I want to look at. You can look at any market, or you can look at S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, Russell. I like to start and just go down through them all. So I'll start with the S&P, and I'm going to see what's popping and hopping in the S&P based on volume. So the size of the bubble is how much volume is going on, how much trading is happening. This one here, this is Eli Lilly, right? Eli Lilly. I don't know why they call it Eli Lilly when it's spelled Lily Lily. Eli, it's Lily Lily, Lili Lilly. That's what I call it, Lili Lilly. All right, here we come. So this is Lili Lilly, and they're taking off a little bit. They're a $718 per share stock. Not really a lot of fun to day trade. So we're going to avoid that one. And the circle's not very big either. But you can see the market moving up and down. So this is a big one here. This is NVIDIA. That's really moving, hopping and shaking. AMD taking off like a rocket ship. So AMD to me looks like, let's go over and look at AMD. AMD looks like to me it's making an X1SA1. We've already drawn all kinds of pictures all over this one. So we've already got this one all marked up for us. But this is your D1 fail, and then down it comes. All right. So we're still anticipating this is a daily chart, and it's starting to rally a little bit. So I think we're going to come in here, and it's going to rally back. You're going to get little movements in here somewhere, get little ups and downs and stuff. That blue light's still a long ways away. But I think overall this market's going to come down. Doesn't have to, right? It's just all probabilities. So our probabilities tell us that that's a low, a low probability of success to come in right there. That would be an X1S A1, which is very low probability. That's like having a pair of twos at the blackjack table. All right. Can you win with a pair of twos? Yeah, certainly can. Market take off, go to the moon with a pair of twos. You could win the table, but it's very unlikely that you're going to win with a pair of twos. Somebody else might beat you. All right. So you can play your pair of twos if you want to. I don't want to. I don't like to play X1S A1. It's a really dangerous. I've done it a million times, more times than I want to admit, and I've lost money more times than I can count. All right. So lost a lot of money on X1S A1s. If you want to learn from somebody else's mistakes, learn from mine. My mistake was to always buy in on an X1S A1 and try and go take that market long. And I just get my hiney handed to me every time I do it. So I just don't do it anymore. It's not that there hasn't been times where it has taken off and gone back up and gone to the moon. It's just always, more often than not been a good move for me. All right. So I wait for that second little ABC pattern. So let's get rid of all these arrows, delete all the arrows. And we're going to come in here with a little ABC pattern off the top. So down, A, B, and I'll wait for it to come back up, make a little B point in there, C point, and then drop once again. And we want to see it come down and break that previous low down in there. And if it does, that would come back down to 150.61. See it down in this region here, and then that's where you're going to see that Donchian channel has that red line. And that Fibonacci sweet spot, that's what this is, drawn over the top of it. So our Fibonacci sweet spot is right down in this region here. That's the delta cone of probability. So again, it's just, the market's coming back to that one standard deviation, and that's what we are expecting. Doesn't mean it has to come all the way down there. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Just remember, September's a really bad month for the stock market. And so if it, I'm not going to bet against that. I'm going to keep my money dry on the sidelines here. And I have put a little bit money back in onto some different markets, some of these high yield dividend stocks, the yield boost ones that trade options. So we're going to wait and see how that works, but didn't put very much in, but I did add a little bit back in. I'm mostly sitting tight on all this stuff. I don't own any of this stuff because I'm waiting for it to come down here where I can buy it down here. All right, so that is AMD. Let's go in and see if there's a little day trading opportunity in here. The market's going up a little bit, but boy, I really don't want to be day trading and trying to get in long right here on AMD. But let's go down and look at a 1-minute chart because that's what we're here for. Do a little day trading. You can see, well, let's take a look. Let's turn on our Heiken Ashies. Let's go back and look at the 5 o'clock bell. What did it do? Did it ring the 5 o'clock bell? Oh, it did. Look at that. The 5 o'clock bell rang like a gong. Holy cow, it said, we love this market. Look at this. Okay, so that was the call to arms. We're let everybody know, hey, we want you to come and trade us today. So that's what that was. And then we come in here and the 7:30 bell rings and flush. That's not uncommon. All right, oftentimes they flush it out like that, shake out the weak hands. You've heard that, shake out the weak sisters and the shoestring salesman. That's what old Paul Britton used to always say. So we come in here and we got our little ABC pattern down here to 61.8, just like a train on rails. Let's line those up and see how perfect that was. Almost on time, just right down to the number. Isn't that crazy how that works? I mean, this is just crazy. Okay, now it's coming back up. Are we going to get one more drive down? I don't know. If it breaks this low right down here, we got to see. Well, we're not going to try and jump in right now. We want to see another little ABC pattern here. Let's see if it'll pull back a little bit because it could go down and make a third drive down, right? So 3 drives down, but If not, we could come in here and let's see if it'll come back to the blue lights. All right, we're just going to wait here and see if that'll come back to the blue lights. We could put an order. Watch this. I think we can do this. We come in here and we can put a trailing limit order. Watch, I think I can come in here, drop that on there, edit. That's only one. I want to do, how many is this? Let's see, how many do we want to do? Let's trade with $5,000. 3, 4, 5. So let's do 30 contracts. There's 30 shares. And we're going to come in here and we're going to drop this in and we're going to go edit and we're going to say trail on the blue light. Let's see if it'll do that. I think it will. That's a trailing limit. It's an intercept order on the blue light. So it's going to capture it on the way in. It doesn't look like it wants to come down. There's that VWAP right in there. So that's an area of resistance. Let's see if it won't come down and fill our order for us. While it's doing that, let's go look at Bubbles and see how she's doing. Let's see if there's something else we can go play with. All right, what's this one? This is NVIDIA. Oh, it's taken off too. Intel. We talked about Intel at great length. Intel's being bought up by the federal government, right? Buying that 10%. We have some mixed feelings about that. Not exactly sure if we're excited about that. We don't like the government buying into corporate autocracy. What about, what's this one? Walgreens boots. Oh, that's fallen. We don't want a fallen knife. Here we go. Advanced AMD. We really don't have a whole lot in here. This is Tesla being a little hot and bothered right now. There's people trading it. Amazon. None of these, Walgreens. None of these are really looking great. Pfizer's flushing. CSX. Ooh, look at that, baby. Wow. I think we should spend a little time on that one. KDP. Oh, that's Dr. Pepper. Your guys aren't drinking your diet Dr. Pepper? Oh my goodness. You know, I have a little heart issue. Not to reveal a secret or anything. Might be dead one day. They said it might just stop ticking on me. I don't know. I guess that happens to everybody once in a while. But anyway, I can't drink a lot of caffeine. Try not to drink a lot of caffeine. You know what I like? I like caffeine-free Diet Coke. They have that here in Utah because a lot of people don't drink caffeine, and so you can get that here in Utah. And I like that one. Caffeine-free diet, no sugar. It's a why bother drink? No sugar, no caffeine. What's the point? I don't know. All right. So which other one do we? Oh, we want to go look at CS. I want to really go look at CSX. I like pullback markets. You know that. I like to buy low, sell high. So let's go see if we can look at CSX. All right. We got anything happening here? No, still ain't going to do nothing for us. Come on. Oh, and our order stopped to trail. I said to trail on the blue light. I wonder why it stopped trailing. Let's try it again. Limit order. Edit. Trail. Blue light. Maybe it won't trail. Jump to it. I don't know if it'll trail it. Trying to get it to intercept that blue light, and when it does, we'll take that long position right there. But it's holding steady. Oh, see, it didn't jump again. Guess it's not going to trail. Might have to move it up ourselves. Come on back down there, baby. Hit our order. I don't want to really. Wonder what's going on here. We'll take first candle to break a new high. If it breaks those blue lights, that's what we'll do instead of the trailing limit. I thought it might come down a little sharper, a little faster. Now it's kind of intercepting up in here. Come on. Look at it. It's not getting off the pot. It's just, there we go. There's the flush we're looking for. Come on, drop it out of there, little boy. Come on. Hit the blue light. First green candle down there, or red candle down. There we go. Now what we're going to do, we got our 30 shares, and we're going to come in here, and we're going to just drop it way up here above the market. We're going to program it. We're going to come in here and see if it'll trail. So we're going to trail the price bar's back, and we're just going to trail 1.1. I don't know if this does 1.1. That's kind of a trick we do in the futures market. All right, so now we're going to trail that down, and we're going to catch the reversal. All right, and if it just keeps going down and breaks this bottom without turning around and breaking a new high, it's starting to slow down, though. It's dying on us. And we'll get in when that thing turns around and starts going back up. All right, so we're going to go look at CSX, right? Because that's the train company, shipping company. Okay, let's go. While that's doing its thing, we're going to come over here and go to CSX. CSX. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That's exactly what you want to see. That's a beautiful market. Drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. Down it come. All the way down to the red bars. Look at that. That's on a daily chart. That's just as beautiful as can be. A little faster than we probably want it to happen, but you know what? We'll look for something like this. Not like that. Land too long. Come on. Get your fingers working properly. There we go. And that would be a nice little head and shoulders formation, right? If we got this happening down through September, and then bam, that thing would rally up out of there. And we'd be rich, rich, rich beyond our wildest dreams as that market goes back to the moon once again. So we're going to keep this one on our radar. We like to see that. A nice pullback like that is nice. Buy the dips, right? Buy the valleys. Buy the valleys, sell the rallies. Okay, stop auto scaling on me. Okay, so that's what we're looking for on here. Now, that's not going to do a whole lot of good for us here on our day trading opportunity. Let's go take a look at the 2-minute chart. Come in here and turn on the Fibonacci. Where's the 5 o'clock bell? 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, right there's your 5 o'clock bell, and it popped just a tiny bit. But look at that. What's this? 2:16 p.m. yesterday. Down. This baby's gone. It's a bigger drop than it looks. Look at that baby go. You ready to put some in there? No, not yet. Not yet, Land. But I do like this market. So we're coming down here. Get the blue light coming in. This would be fun. This is going to be a fun one to trade here. We need to get into this baby. We need this pattern here. This is the daily chart. So there's not a lot here for us on the intraday chart, but this is sure a nice looker on the. Well, you know what we better do? We better do a little due diligence on this one. You want to take a little time to go do a little due diligence? Let's come in here and look at, we're going to go to FinBiz Home, and it's CSX. CSX. We're going to come down and see if these guys are making money. All right, what's the earnings like? Earnings? Ooh, pretty good. Revenue down 2.6, but their gap was up. Their earnings per share is up. Revenue here. When did that come in? That came in on, and they didn't care. They did not care that those earnings were not the greatest. It went a little flat, but that's all right. Top of the third drive. Down it goes. Oh, so classic, right straight out of the manual. Let's look at the earnings per share here. Earnings per share, it's coming down a little bit. 1.7918195. That's not good. Oh, BMO, Capital Markets, downgraded them on August 18th. August 18th. That's probably when it flushed. Right in here. Does this little thing show the date? It does. August. There's August 18th right there. They downgraded them. And then 1, 2, 3 days later, flushed like a toilet. Oh, sales in billions. They're still making money. Like, look at this. It's coming down a little bit. From 2022, they had 14.85, 14.66, 14.54. That's not good. Oh, that's bad right there. I do not, you know me, I do not like to see companies buying their shares back. That's not good. You know why they do that? It props up their stock. It's false. It's fake. It's like it's a fake prop of their stock. That's not a good sign. CSS stocks falls. Buffett isn't interested in rail merger. That was a much wider consequences. We talked about that too. The reason the Democrats suddenly don't like oil to be transported in pipelines. You would think they would, because they're so much safer. And I mean, train rails go off the rails all the time and wreck and crash and have big oil patches on the side of the road, all over the country. I mean, you hear about rail trains going off all the time. Yes, I know you've heard of a spigot or two break on a pipeline, but it's really rare. Pipelines are really way more what would we say, environmentally safe, environmentally friendly, but yet for some reason the Democrats don't want them. That's really weird, right? The reason is because Buffett's a big Democrat donor and he owns all the railroads. So don't believe their rhetoric. I mean, it's the same. Both sides do it. I mean, I'm not speaking out of turn. Republicans do it too. So everybody does it. They support their donors, whoever keeps them in office, right? Whoever gives them money, that's the policy that they'll go after. Even if it's completely against their moral standing, right? And they don't have, it's politicians, they don't have moral standing. We know that. So anyway, Buffett's a big donor to the Democrat Party and he owns all the railroads, and that's why they want to ship all the oil on railroads, and then they shut down all the pipelines, even though pipelines are much more environmentally safe and they claim to be the party of the environment. So Buffett coming up and showing up here in the news with these railroads does not surprise me. See that? Buffett doesn't want a railroad merger. So there you go. Buffett isn't interested in rail merger. So there you go. Okay, let's go back and look again. So if I don't know, we're gonna have to watch this one because I really like this idea of getting into this market down here on this. We just need it to, calm down a little bit, start making some patterns down there that we can buy on. You don't want to. This is a falling knife. We don't want to catch a falling knife. We don't want to be putting money in there. You can't really day trade it. I mean, you can come over here and look at it. We can try and day trade it, but there's nothing there to day trade. It's pretty dead in here. It's kind of popping right there a little bit. A little green bar, first green candle. You can take that right there if you want to, if you think that's going to rally. But it's look how dead the market is. Why would you get into that? Just for fun? All right, well, we'll do some fun, but just to get a trade on, but it's not a good one. We'll see. Edit and watch this be the one that makes it after I say all that. So we're gonna go trail one price bar back. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. We'll just put our stop right in there. If it doesn't just immediately go in our favor, we'll just get out. Oh, stop it. Stop the auto scale. Stop with the auto scale. Okay, here we go. Let's go see what's our other one doing. What was the other one we had on? AMD. We got a little AMD in here. Okay, well, what pattern is this? This is a little triangle pattern. So this thing's coming in here. Let's see if this fills out this triangle little wedge pattern in here. So this is down. First green's red. It should break higher. If you want to see that, we can come over here and I'll show you the little pattern right here in the manual. Where is the manual? Right here. I'm going to pull it up for you. Maybe. Oh, it's right here. So I think the manual, isn't it just right here? It's called pitnews.com/slides.pdf. This is the slides for our class. Let's see. Let's pull them out here. And if we come down here, which one is it? Is it this one? No. Triangle wedge formation. See, it's in here. It's in here. I showed it to you 100 times. There it is right there. See that? So it comes across red down, green up, red down, green up. That's where you buy right there. Now we bought back here. We bought on this first one. From the red candle to the green, we bought right there. And so this is where you usually recommended to buy right there. So let's go look at that one. So that's what we're seeing here. This is where we're supposed to buy right there. First green candle after the second run, right? So that's the pattern right there. So let's come in here. Let's put another 100 on there just for fun. Okay, baby, let's rock and roll. Let's bounce now. I think that pattern will fail on us or if it'll go. Now, sometimes what happens, this is really common for this pattern to come up and then come right back down to the dead center, kind of wander again and then decide it wants to go up. Or sometimes it goes up and then flushes like that. So we got to be mindful. We got to be mindful, use our stops. But that's what that little pattern right there is. It's breaking those blue lights. We're trying to go. So we put a little bit of money on here. Not a lot, but we're up $5. We added on to our position. Now let's see if it'll go, 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 baby. Go, go, go. All right. The only thing you can do at this point is start stabbing your voodoo doll. Come on, go, go, go. Ooh, that's sharp. I don't want to stab that. Oh, wait, we're stabbing the wrong one. This is our red guy. Oh, sorry, little red guy. That'd make Mark go down, right? Here, let's not poke him. Sorry. Pet, 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 pet. Be nice to this guy. We don't want a red market. We want to up market. All right, stab this guy. That should get us some market going up. I don't have a green guy. I left him down in St. George. All you can do. I mean, once you get your order in, there's nothing you can do, but you know, that's the most power I've got to make a market rise. Come on, buddy. See where you're going to go. Isn't trading exciting? So exciting. Oh, we're up $43. All right, let's come back over here and look at something else. While that thing ruminates, we're going to come over here and we're going to go back over to this one here and we're going to go back over to Bubbles. Let's go see what Bubbles is saying. You know what? This is kind of a cool little thing they've got here too. I don't know. I wanted to try something. You guys up for an experiment? We can try something. Here's the problem. We need to get this little table right here. See this little table right here? These are your top gainers, new highs, overboughts, unusual volume, you know, kind of that stuff. And then they got the tickers continue over here. These are top losers, news, you know, new lows, oversold, most volatile. They got kind of this little table going on. They even try to do some of this neat little scanner stuff over here. So with your tickers, you got little, you know, this is a trend line support. You know, these are markets that are showing these. Sometimes they work okay. Sometimes, most of the time, they're kind of like, not going to follow that. But you know, some of this stuff, these little reports are fun. The problem is getting them out. You have to sit there and type all those symbols in. But let's run a little experiment because I think we might be able to extract them. We're going to try a few things. I'm going to just highlight everything. Let's just highlight everything in that whole table just for fun. We're going to take that whole table. See that? Highlight it. I'm going to right click on it and say copy. Now, the problem is I got to get those symbols out of there without all this stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see how Excel. I'm going to pull up Excel and we're going to see if we can just pop it into Excel. So I'm going to paste special and we're going to we'll just like that and see what it does. Oh, see, it did. See that if I do paste special, because if I just come in here and hit paste, oh, that one did it too. So that's good. They're letting us take those out. We just hit paste. Oh, it did it. Okay, we're in good shape. This is good. Now we can watch. We can grab these and we can go Control C, copy. See how I copy that? Now we can go over to track and trade and we go to charts. Let's just create a new one. This is FinViz. Come on. FinViz report. And we're going to come in here. Now look at our trade. We're doing good. We're doing a breakout of that triangle wedge formation we talked about. And it's starting to run a little bit. We're going to get up here. And I wanted to show you. Now we can come in here and we got those on we copied them. Now we can hit V, paste, and it puts all those in there. See that? By comma separated. Now we hit open chart and it's like boom, 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 boom. We didn't have to type a damn thing. How about that? Just like magic. All right, so these are all the bullish sides. So we can come in here and rename this. This is bullish today. And it's going to load all those. And we can come in and look. These are all the ones that you wanted to look at. See that? Oh, look at this. There's AMD. That's the one we're trading. Let's go back down to our 2-minute chart and see what we're doing here. Didn't it open a 2-minute chart? Come on, man. That's the 2-minute chart. We were looking at the 1 minute before. This is the 2-minute. We'll come into the 1 minute. Okay, turn back on Fibonacci. There you go. I like Fibonacci. So there we go. Making money hand over fist, aren't we? Rich, rich, rich beyond our wildest dreams. There's 83 bucks. All we had to do to make that money. How many shares do we have? 130. So 130. There we go. There's 130 shares, what we got in there. So that was only $21,000 to make that 90 bucks. $21,000 to make $90. That's why we trade the futures market, right, guys? If we're going to do this little short-term trading, we like to go trade futures because you can put up $1,000 to make $100 instead of $21,000 to make $100. Makes a big difference. All right, we're making money. We're doing well. Add on, Lynn, add on. No, we should be actually taking off. We should be taking some profits here. See, this is coming in here. We're up here at 61.8. We're up here at the VWAP. Market's going though. Let's come in here. Let's take off that 30. We'll come in with a stop and we'll drop it in here. We'll just scoot it right up in there and say if it drops below the VWAP, we'll take that 30 off. And we'll take another, how about 30? We'll take another 50 off. If it comes in here, we're going to come in here. We'll go edit, trail, one. Let's just do one price bar back. Okay, so there we go. We'll just trail that up. That pulls back, it drops below the VWAP again. We're going to take the first 30 off. If it drops below here, we'll take 50 off. Looks like we're getting to the peak. It's going to turn around and come back. Just broke above the high right there. Went up to the VWAP. It's going to bounce off that VWAP. It might bounce around in here a little bit. We'll see what happens. We'll take some profits. We're up $111. We could just get out right now and say, well, we made $100. Took us $21,000 to make $100. It's still going. If we get a lower high, though, yeah, looks like we're going to get a lower high. Make it bigger, Lan. I can't see it. Okay, make it a little bigger for you. Okay, come on, baby. Let's take this one now, and we're going to go edit, and we're going to say this is going to trail. I don't know if they'll let us change it on the fly. Let's not take the chance. We're going to come in here, and we're going to go stop. So this is trailing one price bar back. This one is the one I'm trying to push up in there to keep a little more. I was going to change the quantity. I changed my mind, though. Let's make this an R30 again. And we'll come up here and in case that pulls back. I'm still worried about it coming back to the VWAP. All right, there we go. So that'll take off 50, 60, 70, 80 of our 130 shares. But right there around the VWAP. Now it's going up here. You know what, if it goes up and hits that center line, we could come in here at the limit order and take 30 off right there. That'd be a nice place to take a little profit right there. That's the Delta Kona probability, right at 100%. Look at that. Ooh, I missed it. 100% projection. Hit it, baby. Candy. Candy. Come on. It's cheese. Come on, rat. Take the cheese. Take the cheese. Oh. Scoot this one up. We'll pinch it in case it flushes right now. Come on. Take the cheese, cat. Mouse. Cat and mouse. Come on. Come on. Hit the cheese. Hit the cheese. So we're right there playing around that 100% level. Oh, we got it. All right. We took a little profit off. Locked in. Let's see what we closed in. We closed in. What did we close in? Oh, CSX got stopped out. We made $36 on that right there so far. $36. Only took us $21,000 to make $36. We're still making more. We're still up 130 now. Come on, baby. Look at this baby run. Broke out of that triangle wedge formation just like a train on rails, just like out of the manual. Holy cow, you couldn't have drawn it any better. Stop auto scaling. I thought I turned that off. Does it turn on automatically? For some reason it keeps turning on automatically. Oh, that was the other chart. All right, what do we want to do? This is trailing. That one's not auto trailing. This is the one that's one price bar back. There we go. So if we take both of these off, let's put one up there at 130.9. That's the golden ratio. 130.9. How many should we take off up there? Let's take off 50. Because we got 100 left, right? Take off half our position if it'll go up and test that 130. We don't want to have to put it on 130. We don't want to go up there, just test it. So we'll put it just inside of 130.9. We want it. Oh, it won't let us do it. Got too many. Take that one off. Let's take this one off. And let's put this one on. Limit order at 130, just inside 130, right there. Okay, now we're going to take our other 50 because we're long 100. We'll put it down here. We'll just edit, and we're going to just trail that price bars back, one price bar back. Okay, we'll pinch it between there. Oh, first red candle. Oh, we're not going to make it all the way to 130.9. Come on, baby, you can do it. Stay above there. Oh, it just stopped us out. We still got 50 on, though. I think at this point, we're just going to exit the chart. We're out. We made all our money. We made $141. Only took us $121,000 to do it, but we did it. We made $141. All right. You're going to take a short position? We can. Easy to borrow. See that up there in the right-hand corner says easy to borrow? That means you can take short positions. But we'll just wait and see what this thing does. All right. Let's go back over to bubbles. All right, let's go talk to Bubbles. Oh, wait, we were going to go. We don't need to go talk to Bubbles. We got other things to do. We're going to look at some of these other charts that are in here. All right. Firefly Neuroscience. Now, these are not part of the S&P 500. We ventured out from there. You know what else we can do? You know what else is really cool? Let's go look at what's in our, oh, it's still there. Did you guys know you could do that? Hold on, I'm losing my voice. Hold on. 1 second. All right, we're back. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I want to show you something else really cool. Okay, did you guys know you can hit that? Do you guys have Windows machines, I'm assuming, right? So on your keyboard, there's a little Windows button down on the bottom left-hand side. You push that Windows button, And at the same time you're holding down the Windows button, hit V as in Victor on your keyboard. And it pops up a little box like this. And it shows you this little window right here. That is what's in your paste. Remember we did copy paste? Well, you can go back through all the things that you've copied and you can see your clipboard. So we can see in there that we still got in our clipboard all those symbols that we put in there. And that's the one that's current. If I wanted to, right here, I could go back and I can see all the clipboard things in there. So Apple, or not Apple. I just swore. All right. Windows V, the Windows sign V, and then that'll give you this little panel, and you can go down through all the things you've copied to the clipboard and choose the one you want to paste. Well, we want to paste these and symbols in there, and they're already there. They're the current one. So we can come over here to watch list and watch this. I'll create a new watch list, and we're going to call this FinViz report bullish. And I'm going to hit OK. And now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to paste these in here. And that puts them all in there, comma separated, add to watch list. And now we can see which ones are busting out all over. All right. So which ones are flushing? These are flushing, VRAX. So we go to VRAX. All we have to do is just double click on it and it pops you back over here to the charts window, which we already had open. It would have opened the chart if we didn't have it in there, but we already had it in there. So it opened it up. And look, it's flushing back down. VRAX Biro Labs. Viro Labs are not doing too well. They've been making a lot of money, and old Robert Kennedy got in there and said, you guys have to earn your keep now. So let's come back over here to watch list, see which one's really going. ALLR. Whoa, look at that baby go. Holy cow. Let's come down to a 1 minute chart on that thing. Whew, look at that baby. Okay, we're going to come in here with the Heikin-Ashis again. Well, that was a big run from the open. This is 5 o'clock. No, 6 a.m. This thing took off. Well, that's funny because 5 a.m. is the, it is 5 a.m. So this thing opened at 5 a.m. therapeutics, and it's going straight to the moon. Now at 7:30, it actually flushed back down. So this is 7:30. Now it's going back up. We're trying to get a little bit of energy in here. Problem is we have the blue lights coming in. So this is a drive 1 coming down off the top, a little counter trend, drive 2. And then we're trying to go back up. We got this little flat thing here. Got the blue lights. It usually wants to break those before it turns and goes back up. So we'll see. Don't really want to go long right here. Although it could, it could break out of this narrow channel. It's not what I wanted to do, Lynn. Could break out of this narrow channel to the upside. Just watch it for a second. It could also, what it likes to do sometimes, is pop up there and then come down. Be careful of that. It's only $2 a share. This is a lot more tradable than that other one. Although we don't generally like to trade penny stocks. Anything below $5 just makes it tough. Doesn't mean you can't. It just makes it tough. There's no easy to borrow up there. But we'll see. Let's see what happens. Nothing wrong with trading a $2 stock. It's just not a $5 stock. Got the blue light coming in here. Now, what happens if we turn on the ATR? The ATR that we all love and adore. There it is right there. There's trying to break out. Oh, there it goes. There's our breakout. Is that going to hold? Is that going to go? Got another one right here. Of course, that's what that yellow line is. That's in there. It's resistance off of this previous top right here. Wait for a second. Wait for a second. Did we miss it? See if it'll pull back for us. $50. That's $100. Let's put in 1,000. Then let's go with 500 right now, and we'll just put a limit order right here. See if it'll come back down to us. Come on, baby. Cheese, candy. Come on, steal the candy. Take the candy. Is he going to run without us? Put some inland. Just buy. Hit buy. I know I can hear you out there yelling at me. Hit the buy. Just hit buy in case it goes. Wait. Have patience. Patience, young Padawan. Come on, buddy. There's a lower high. Now you can put one above if you want. You can come in here and you can drop this up here and you can say edit trail. Price bars back. And we just trail down lower highs. As soon as it makes a higher high, you'll get in with your 500. Or we'll get our limit order down here. Take one on the price bar back. But that would be making lower lows. I'd be catching the fall. I don't know if we want to do that. We'll see. We wouldn't hold it for long. In fact, I'm about ready to take this one off if it's going to fall back there. Okay, we'll catch the rise right here. Make it bigger, Len. I can't see it. Okay, sorry. Okay, we're just trailing one price bar back. So we want the first green candle, make a new high. Doesn't necessarily be green. See, if we'd have left that limit in there, we'd be in right now. But where the market started making lower highs, we could trail back down with a bar. We didn't have to take that risk. Risk of catching the falling knife. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do when it comes for you? Come on, baby. Break and run. Break and run. Is nobody watching it anymore? Our volume's really dying off. Look at our volume. It's way down. Red volume, way down volume. Going into the accumulation on the chalk and money flow. Moving average, MACD, it's going red. It's way up already. It's going to break our yellow lights. Come on! Alardi Therapeutics. What's it going to do? Tried to break out, but failed. All right, well, while that's working, let's go down and see if something else is going on here. American Woodworkers, Woodmarkers. Well, American Woodmark Corporation. Doesn't look too exciting. American Woodmark. It kind of looks good for a daily chart. Look at that nice little pattern. Starting in there, breaking the new high. I don't know. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Look at that baby. Let's just run down through them quick. New Germany Fund. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Hong Kong Pharma. You guys been buying your Hong Kong Pharma? Is that what's going on here? Why do we have Hong Kong Pharma on the American Stock Exchange? Hong Kong Pharma Digital Technology. That's weird. It's a digital pharmaceutical. They're developing drugs for the robots that are coming out in the future. Maybe that's what they're doing. Let's come down here and change that to a 1 minute chart. Wow, look at that. That really took off this morning. 3-drive pattern. Look at that perfect little 3-drive pattern. Drive 1, counter trend, drive 2, counter trend, drive 3, right to the top. And making this little ABC pattern. and it's not breaking and falling back far enough. Come on, buddy. Come down here. Now we're making that little triangle formation, aren't we? We got the first break right here going up. Now we're going to try and go into the second break right there. That would be our buy signal. That's the same pattern that we just made 120 bucks on. Trade, trade, trade. Buy. How many? For 1,000? Yeah. Oh, man, we got a lousy fill. Not happy about that. Because if it flushes, we got a lousy fill. How come? Should have put a limit order in. Volume. Well, let's see if it'll move. God, what a lousy fill. Let's come in here. Let's go add OCO. We're going to come in here and we'll say, we don't like our fill, so we're going to take it off at $100. As soon as we make $100, we're going to take that baby off. There. Take it off. Touch it. Candy, candy, candy. You love it. You love it. You love the candy. You sure do. Come on. Hit it. Hit it. Take the candy. Take the cheese, you rat. Take the cheese. If it flushes, I'm going to get out right at break even. Okay. Take the cheese, buddy. Take the cheese. Give us the 100. Take the cheese. Oh, it's so close. Right there. Come on. Take it, take it, take it, take it. Okay, there's another $100. We needed that. Oh, look at that. Just as it takes off, goes to the moon. We took our 100 off. That's all right. We made $100 on it. Can't complain about spilt milk. Here we go. Ivermectin. That's kind of a weird name for a company. What is this thing doing? 92 cents a share. Well, drive 1, counter trend, drive 2, counter trend. Do you think we'd get a drive 3 out of it? I don't know. Whoo, look at that baby. Kimball Electronics, $28 a share. Wow, look at that market go. That's a daily chart. Somebody got excited about that one. KE, let's go look and see. Let's do a little due diligence, shall we? Let's go look at KE. Kimball Electronics. Buying their shares back. That's not good. Sales are going down. Dun, dun, dun. That's not good. Earnings per share going down. Dun, dun, dun. August 15th, got a downgrade. That's not good. How come everything's not good and it's going up? That's your fundamentals. The top 5 analysts question Kimball Electronics Q2 earnings call. When are they going to have? They just had earnings right here. Why are they questioning it? It's going to the moon. It's way overbought on the RSI. MACD's way up, coming down. We'll probably get a flush on it on the daily chart, but everything looks good. Wow, let's go look at it. This would be one that you'd want to wait for a little pullback, break those blue lights, first red candle or first green candle to make a new high, and take that baby long on the daily chart forward. We could get in, trade this one. Let's come down to 1 minute chart and see if there's anything down here we could do. Oh my gosh, look at how rotten that thing is. Look at the volume on it. It's nothing. Wow. You want to trade that land? Hell no. Look at the spread on that thing. Are you kidding me? That, let's turn off this. Look, this sometimes Heiken-Ashi hides the, well, they're not great, but they're not bad. I mean, little teeny bars, but they're not bad. I don't know. I don't know. The chalk and money flow needs to be. That's funny. TNT defaults. Turn off that. I don't want those. Huh. That's interesting. I want it like this. Let's do some drab olive. No, that's too ugly. No wonder they call it drab olive. We'll do green here and red here. That's the way it should be. All right. Save, update. So they got the colors backwards. All right. You can do what you want. Do what you want. I can't change that. All right. I'm going to save as my defaults. That's how I want my check and money flow. Save as my defaults. Update all CMS. All right. So sometimes you turn on the Fibonacci and it hides the fact that this thing has rotten little small tiny bars underneath it. But I don't know. There we go. This almost looks backwards too. I still don't like that. That's got to be like this. TNT defaults. Reverse the formula. And then we got to go like this. Now these have got to be green. And this has got to be red. They screwed my tools all up. That's the way it's supposed to be right there. Okay. Now I'm happy. Now I'm happy. Save, update all CMS. Yep. Okay, let's go to the next one. Ooh, look at that. Lightwave Logic. $3 stock. 1 minute. What do we got going up here? This thing's hanging out at the, looks like we got entered on the first green candle to break a new high, but it looks like it's gonna, it's not taking off and going as happy as I would like to see it. It's not down here. I want to see it. I think this is going to come and make another flush. That's the wrong pattern. Yep. Exit chart. That's not good. That's not good. Just lost $15. Okay, where do we get to? Hong Kong Farmy. Trying to see if we think that's going to go again. Do you think that's going to go again? It's breaking out. Green candle. Okay, nope. Just as we were asking the question. Look at this thing. Okay, is that one going to go? Ivermectin. That's one we were looking at. Let's give it a shot. All right, let's go in with 250. Let's go in with 500. Oh, let's go in with 1,000. Oh, doggone it! While you're screwing around, Lan. Doggone it! Now I don't like that feel. I'm going to take it right back off just because we got such a bad feel. I was trying to get in clear down here, and ivermectin took off on us, and I got such a bad feel with 1,000 shares. Just as I hit my mouse, it took off and went to the moon. All right, here we go. Let's go look at Kimball. We don't like that one. Luigi Light Logic. This is coming down now. We don't like that one. Endivia. They want you to think they're NVIDIA. This is Endivia. Endiv. That's a daily chart. Let's go 1 minute chart. What's going on down here? Oh, look at how rotten that thing is. Wow. Go back to the daily. Now remember, we got these off of the home page of FinViz. And so it was out of this little box right here. So it's the whole market, and it just grabs whatever's, falls within their ranges. So it's not like you're on any one of the indexes where all the good stocks are. This is just like all the scrapings off the bottom of the pan. So you see if you can get a little movement on some of these pan scrapings. So this is our little ABC coming back down off the top. So we got a little top, and down it went 130.9. Question is, are we going to get a head and shoulders here? This is the daily chart. Like that. There's your right shoulder, and it looks like we need a little bit of a pullback in here, and then a boom rally like that on your amplified trust natural resource dividend income ETF. Dividend income ETF? What? I love dividend income ETFs. And DIV. Let's go see if it's got any kind of in DIV dividends to speak of. What's it giving us? 12 cents. Woo, baby. Okay, let's go do a dividend calculator on it. So write that down. Get a little piece of paper. You can write it down. It's going to be $28.79, and it's 12 cents. Okay, so we're going to come over to our dividend calculator, and we're going to go to dividend calculator, and we're going to say this is, I don't remember, shares. Share price was $28.79, and we're going to go into dividend amount was 12 cents, and it pays monthly, right? It was paying monthly, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was. If we put $10,000 into it and we calculate our response, we're going to get how much every month? Weekly, monthly. You're going to get $41 every month. And they call that a dividend ETF. I call it a why bother. Okay. Back to this little why bother in here. It is making some beautiful patterns in here. I mean, you have to admit, that is a beautiful market. Wow. That is like a beautiful market. Very predictable. Look at that thing. Just as pretty as it gets. Just as pretty as it gets. How about that? All right. Let's come down here to QMMM, QMM, Q3M, Q3M. Trading a whopping $4.73 a share. Let's turn off this and see. Oh, it's not bad. That we can't complain about. How come? I thought we changed the settings to the CMF. We went to 1 minute and it was wrong again. Oh no, we went to a different one. Okay, Heikenashe. Let's turn this on. 1 minute chart. Anything there? Nothing to trade, is there? That thing's dead. Look at it. Boop, 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 boop. We don't want to trade that. Sats. EchoStar. EchoStar sounds familiar. What is that? EchoStar. Look, it's dead though. Can't trade it. Super X. Super X. Look at Super X. Wow. It took off. Oh, it just a little morning explosion, and now it's dead. Can't trade that thing. Oh, $63 of it. Look at how wide the spread is. USNZ. Trust Tracker Net Zero Pathway Paris Aligned U.S. Equity ETF. Whatever that is. Under the 1 minute chart. It says it's nothing. Dead. Vrax. Don't spend a lot of time on these dumb things because some of them are just dead. That's just nothing worth spending our time on. That's a dead market too. All right. Well, that was a fun exercise, right? You can see how to do it. We learned something today, right? We learned how to go in and create a spreadsheet, copy and paste out of it, and get things off of the internet. So if there's a report on the internet, where did our little thing go? There it is. So if we come back over here and you go into and you find a little report on the internet and you want it, then this, and we can grab all those just like we did before. You just highlight them like that. Right click on them, say copy. We're going to take those over. Again, remember, we can take those over into a spreadsheet. Right click, hit paste special, hit text, hit OK. And there they are. Now you can grab that column just like that, right click on it, say copy, And then we can go over to track and trade, pull up track and trade, and we can create a new, we're going to go into a watch list. We're going to create a new watch list, and we're going to say this is our FinViz, Viz, bearish. All right, so we're going to say okay. And we're going to drop those right in here. Control V. Control V. And I think you can right click in it. Here, let's try it. To make it easier, if you don't remember Control V, you right click in there and you say paste right there. Right click, paste. All right, and that opens that up. We hit add to watch list. And then that goes out and gets all their price. We can sort by clicking the header on day change. Look at all these. These are the big downs. All right, so this is the Debbie Downers, and we got one that's really taken off. That was supposed to be a down. So we're going to double click on it, and it's going to open up. Now, anything we double click on over here is going to open up into the charts that you have open over here. Charts line. So in this charts, but in the charts, we have FinViz report bullish. So we might want to go in here and go new and create over here in the charts tab another portfolio called FinViz. Bearish. All right, so we're going to do that. Now we have FinViz bearish in the charts, and we have FinViz bearish in the watch list. The charts is empty. Now we could put those in there and open all the charts, but what's the point? We just come to the watch list and just open the ones we want. Don't have to open all of them, so we just open that one. Oh, look at that baby, rock and roll. Now that was on the down list, which is interesting. Allarity therapeutics. All right, we come in here. Allarity is trading at $2 a share. And it was supposed to be in the down list, but it's in the up list. Let's turn on Fibonacci. Well, we're getting a nice little pattern here. This is a nice little breakout pattern. And we're getting a nice little triangle wedge there. That was the first one right there. First green candle. Now we're coming into the second green candle. If we get a green candle, that's a buy signal. We want to trade it. Who knows? We're kind of getting late in the morning, so a lot of the traders are kind of going off to get their sandwiches because they just made $229. They're going to go out to lunch and grab themselves a bagel and cream cheese. Bagel and cream cheese right now sounds really good. You know what I'm not looking forward today? I got to go do my taxes today. I got an appointment with my tax accountant to do my taxes. First green candle to make a new high. There it is. Take 1,000 shares, Land. Take 1,000 shares. Put a limit down here. We'll take another 1,000 down here if it comes down and test that low one more time. Give us another 1,000. Come on, buddy. Let's rock and roll. Got in a little late. I should have had it on trailing, so it would have got a little better fill. We'd been up $20 instead of 10, but I was a little slow to the punch there. Breaking the blue lights. Let's see if it can make it past it. Let's come in here, and we're in it with 1,000. Let's put a limit order for 500 right here. We'll just scalp out just if it comes up and tests this high up in here. We don't want to buy any more. We'll just get out, stop ourselves out if we're wrong. Just come in here with 1,000, stop, boom, just like, oh, why isn't it? Oh, because I got a limit up there. We'll do 500 then. Stop. Ooh, that's not good already. Don't fluff out. Don't die on us. Come on. Nobody wants to trade. Look at the volume. It's dead. Dead. Starting to give money back now. Didn't want to break out, did it? Come on, guys. Join in on the fun. First green candle to make a new high, breaking out of a perfect triangle wedge pattern. Let's do it. Come on. A $2 stock. Everybody wants to buy a $2 stock. Okay, pile on, everybody. Pile on. You can do it. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on, break out, break out, break out of that blue light. Break above, break above. Let's see one of those big bars like we missed last time. That's what I want to see. Is that what you want to see? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Go, 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 go. Come on, voodoo doll. Let's see your power and authority here. Come on. All right, that fluffed out and failed on us. Okay. I guess that's what it did. It died. You want to try it one more time, but nobody trading. Look at the volume. I don't think we're going to get any nice, big, beautiful fluffs like the bust outs. There's trying one more time. Come on, you want to try one more time? We could try one more time just for fun. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Why is it playing? What am I doing here? Oh, good thing I got out. Look at that damn thing. Well, when your pattern fails, that's what happens. Everybody says, hey, that failed. Okay, then. All right. Let's go to the next one. What's this one? These are supposed to be the shorties. These are the ones that went down. Let's go look at the biggest down one. The big Debbie Downer. Here we go. Wow. Watch list. Wow. Look at that baby. Think it'll rebound? Nobody would rebound. Oh, nobody rebounds these little ones, but they do. Look at that. 28 cents, man. 28 cents a share. You could trade that one with a tiny account. No problemo. But it's dead. It ain't going nowhere. Look at the volume. Well, it's volume. So volume's climbing. We're getting some volume. Look, green volume coming in. Let's see. Let's see. Well, those are no fun. Let's go look over at the winners again. That's the bearish. Let's look at the bullish again. Anybody cracking out? Anybody breaking out? Let's go look at this one more time. And failed. Came out. That one failed. That was in our other list too. That's funny. Oh no, that's bearish. We're in the wrong list. Go to the watch list land. Go to, oh no, this is bullish. ALR showed up in the bullish trend and the bearish trend. That's weird. And we're kind of run out. We kind of run out of energy. Morning bell's over. Morning trade opportunity is over. Well, we did okay. Made 180 bucks. You lost 50 there at the end. You start giving money back, you got to stop trading. Okay. Let's go over, and I wanted to go real quick look at the spreadsheet and show you, not that spreadsheet. And close that. Don't save. Right, this spreadsheet. It's just to let you know, I put a little bit of money into TSYY. Those of you who've been following along, you know that. How much did I put in? I put in 60 grand. And so far this month, we made $4,562. Ta-da! That's not bad money on a $60,000 investment this month, and we still haven't even got all our dividends yet. Still haven't even got all our dividends. That's only one. You can see up here in the formula. That's 1, 2, 3. I'll get one more. So we get 4 a month. And it looks like they're coming in at about 1,400. This was 1,500, 1,500. That was a little low, 1,485. They ripped me off $100. All right, so I'll probably get another, let's say 1,500 to be around, another $1,500 out of that thing. So right now it's sitting at 45, so I'll get 55. I get about $6 grand out of that $60,000 in the very first month dividends. That's pretty sweet. You got to admit. You got to admit. Yes, you do. You got to admit that's pretty sweet. All right, so that's the one we got going right now. Now, How long before we get all of our money back? That's the name of the game, right? So it says right here, we got $55,000 to go. It's given us 45 out of our 60. That's what this math shows. Which means if I, at that rate, and that's only 3 weeks out of the month. In 23 months, I'll have all my money back. And if it goes up one, that'll drop that ROC. I'll have all my money back in 23 months. I would be faster than that, won't it? Be more like 12. But that's not all there yet. We'll see when we get our final tally. When we get our final tally for the month, which we haven't got yet. All right. Jay says he put in, look at that. Jay's on board. Man, he's rocking and rolling. Put in 16K at 758. I got mine. My average cost is 879, Jay. So you got in a little bit less expensive than me. Actually, I think I actually put in a couple of, or maybe I didn't. Let's go look and see. Yeah, see, I got a couple in there. So I put it in twice. So I dollar cost averaged up, I think. So I might have, well, that's what brought my average cost up. But you're in at 758. That's sweet. So what have your, you got any dividends yet? When did you put yours in? I guess you put it in a while ago. If it's trading right now, current price is 858. So have you got a dividend or two yet? How many dividends you got? Make sure that when you do your math, remember, you keep separate. I haven't got a dividend yet. Okay. So remember, when you do your math in your spreadsheet, you got to keep these two numbers separate, Jay. All right. You got the first investment. You put in 16K. That 16K stays 16K. You don't ever add another number to that unless you go out to McDonald's and work and then put that money in. Then you can add up the 16K. So the money that you put in yourself from working outside the stock market, that's your 16K or whatever you add in. You put in that number. And then any money that this makes you, all right, and you reinvest it, if you put it back in, it's a different number in a different cell. Don't add those two together, whatever you do. All right, calculate those separate, because the dividends, that's free money. Free money. All right, that's free money. The other money you had to work for. You had to go out and trade time for money. That's labor money. So don't mix those. Don't confuse them. And that's how you calculate, and that's how you track your exponential compounded growth. If you take that, in my case right here, $4,500, and I add it into the 60,000 and then start calculating my returns based on the 60,000 plus my 4,000, you're doing your math wrong. And that's how all these guys out on YouTube are doing their math. And that's how come they look at these yield max funds and these yield boost funds and like, they suck. They're no good. It's because they keep adding their free money into their McDonald's money. And then they do the math calculations on that to get their returns. And that's not how you do it. That's wrong. Okay. You got to keep those two numbers separate, because that's your exponential compounded growth that you're calculating in there. And that's how you end up seeing that you got like 106% return on your money, because you're getting all this free money, and then that free money is making money. And then that free money is making money, and that free money is making money. It's not part of your initial investment, and that's your exponential compounded growth, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. And if you don't calculate 7 wonders of the world, you wouldn't know you were making 7 wonders of the world. That's why it's very important that you calculate those two numbers separately and keep them separate. All right. All right, guys. And with that, I'm going to let you go. We're going to have fun and do this again next Thursday. So in 2 days, we'll do it in the morning. But tomorrow, we're going to do a little day trading in the futures market. And we're going to do it during power hour. So rather than spending $25,000 to make 100, we're going to spend $1,000 to make 100. We're going to see if we can do that. Pull that off. All right. Tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock, bright and early, Mountain Standard Time. Make the adjustments for your time. And we'll see you there. We'll see you then. Be there or be Claire. Be Claire. Be there. Be there or be square. I heard Claire say you preach about this spreadsheet. I suck at them, honestly, and I'm going to make a goal to get this set up. Yeah, Jay, you got to do it, because brokerage firms don't track. I have not yet seen a brokerage firm that properly tracks dividends. All right. they're tracking for a whole nother purpose, which is taxes. We track for profits. All right. So your brokerage firm will not track this properly. So don't look at your brokerage firm statements to see how you're doing with your, and that's why we're creating a program called Portfolio Matrix. Me and my son get together and we take him this big spreadsheet, which is a nasty spreadsheet. And I love spreadsheets. I'm a spreadsheet guy. I've done them my whole life. All right. So I have a subscription to Microsoft and I get all their Excel stuff and I, have data coming into it and everything. I'm a big spreadsheet guy. I love spreadsheets. A lot of guys don't like spreadsheets. They're admittedly so pain in the ass. All right. So that's why we are creating a software program called Portfolio Matrix for you guys who don't want to do the spreadsheets. You can just pay a little subscription fee and we do all the work for you, do all the math, do all the everything. All you have is all your little charts and graphs and your little heads up display that says I'm making this much, I'm break even is this much. All my stuff is in there and it hooks up to your brokerage firm, sucks in all the data, puts it in there for you. All you have to do is just sit there and look at it and it does everything for you. That's in the works. I thought we were going to release it today, but it had a few little more quirks in it we wanted to work out. So maybe next week. Maybe I can show it to you next week. Can't show it to you this week. I'll show it to you next week. This week, we're still looking at the spreadsheet. But if you're going to do it on your own, Kirk, you have to make sure you keep those numbers straight. All right. Don't mix them. And so there you go. There's a little heads up on what we got coming for you. We got some really cool software that does this all for you. Just make sure you don't mix those two numbers. Otherwise, you're not calculating your 7 wonders of the world. Okay, I guess I better do a little due diligence in here. Let me let you know this first.
Okay, this is the software I use. It's called Track and Trade. They've got 2 versions, one for stocks, one for futures. This is the website, trade.com. This is where you download a free 2-week trial. No credit card required. Okay, go download your copy, then come back here, follow along, and I'll show you all my settings.
All right, and also, we got Pitt News Magazine coming out probably Monday, a week from yesterday. So the new version of Pitt News Magazine, and it's awesome, just like always. And Claire's been working really hard on it, so hard that she hasn't done very many podcasts. So look for her to get this magazine tied together, and then she can do some podcasts again. Right now, if you haven't got Pitt News Magazine.
Hey, it's Claire. If you love trading tips with a side of sarcasm, hit that follow button and subscribe to Pitt News on air at pittnews.com. I'll be here every week, unless I blow up my account again.
All right, so that's Claire, and that's her little. She's doing the podcast right now. But here's the one for the Pitt News Magazine. Let's ever get it. But if you haven't got Pitt News Magazine, you got to go get Pitt News Magazine. If you subscribe to Pitt News Magazine, it's only $39 for a subscription for an entire year, and you get this spreadsheet. I give it to you for free. Now, it's still got a few bugs in it, so you still get the old version. This is iteration number 3, and so you'll get this spreadsheet with your subscription to Pitt News Magazine as soon as I get it ready, and you can have it. All right, so this is Pitt News Magazine.
Ready to level up your news game? Welcome to Pitt News Magazine, where stories come alive. Read it, hear it, or watch it in our YouTube classroom. Right now, get your first 2 issues for just $1. Yep, only $1. Don't love it? Cancel anytime before the $39 yearly fee kicks in. Try it out, risk-free. Satisfaction guaranteed, or your money back. Visit pittnews.com. That's pitnews.com. Pitt News Magazine. News your way.
And for you guys who are in the St. George area, go register for your classes. We're going to be at the university starting in October. Towards the end of October, I'm going to be down there live in person at the university teaching my classes. So if you're at the southern end of the state, I'll see you there. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon for Power Hour.
All right, that wraps it up for today. If you got something out of this, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone else who's trading or learning.
Hey, don't forget to tell them to subscribe to Pitt News Magazine.
Oh yeah, definitely subscribe to Pitt News Magazine. You'll thank us later.